Are stablecoins cypherpunk? I don't think they're cypherpunk, but I am sympathetic with the idea that it's better than PayPal or Venmo or whatever, because at least it is permissionless. You don't have to KYC. You don't have to go through some app that takes all your information and track, and it's much easier to use crypto stablecoins than it is fintech apps for transferring value. Or it is much more cypherpunk, but the fact that they can be frozen, that obviously has a huge impact on. At the end of the day, it's not cypherpunk. Better than TradFi apps, not cypherpunk.
Yeah, I agree. It's an improvement and it's really cool technology, but I don't see how it's cypherpunk. I don't think this is like the original dream of the cypherpunks and the developers back when Bitcoin was first being created. I think it's a little bit closer to this CBDC dystopian nightmare, frankly.
Yeah, because right now they're only freezing a little bit. But they could easily, once the tech improves, the tracking tech and figuring out who's who online, it'll be a lot easier to just freeze for whatever they want. You didn't take the vaccine, frozen. So what do you do if stablecoins aren't the real answer? Well, there's things like Monero and Zcash, and as you mentioned, those are catching a bid and looking good here over the last few weeks or months. So let's go through some of the recent news around Zcash and privacy coins. On Tuesday, we had Tushar Jain. He's the managing partner at Multicoin. He came out and said that California's proposed wealth seizures are a warning. As the political trend to seize private wealth continues to grow, people and institutions will increasingly seek private assets to protect themselves. Bitcoin is censorship resistant. No one can freeze your BTC or stop you from using it, but that doesn't stop the state from seizing known holdings through wealth taxes. We believe that truly private censorship and seizure-resistant assets have clear product market fit and demand is accelerating. We believe Zcash is the cleanest way to express this thesis in public markets. So they've been accumulating position of Zcash since February, he said. Multicoin Capital, for context, they manage approximately $5.9 billion in total assets across their hedge fund and venture capital strategies as of the latest numbers I've seen. Then you have the head of research at Grayscale, this guy, Zach Pandel. Grayscale, by the way, has $35 billion in assets under management. And he says that Zcash has a lot going for it at a modest market cap. And he also has a quote, which is, "I have pretty high aspirations for what we can see from Zcash this year and beyond." Then you have Barry Silbert, CEO of the digital currency group DCG, and he was responding to a story that's come out of Brazil recently, where the central bank of Brazil is banning stablecoin and crypto settlement in its in cross-border payments. In responding to that story, Barry Silbert says, "It's difficult to ban what you can't see. Zcash is freedom money." Then he also went on to say, "In 2015, we had no clue there was $2 trillion in demand for a global decentralized." In 2015, what year did I say? In 2015, we had no clue, early days of Bitcoin, that there was a $2 trillion in demand for a global decentralized digital store of value like Bitcoin. We also thought Bitcoin was, generally speaking, a private way to store and send value around the world. Zcash will benefit from now knowing better. So the demand is there. People didn't think Bitcoin was as public as it is, or people thought Bitcoin was private. People were obviously infamously using it to buy things on the Silk Road. They thought it was private. It's not. And something like Zcash will benefit from that. Barry Silbert specifically says Zcash. All right. And we also have Raul Paul. He's also been on the circuit. He's at Consensus as well. He called Zcash a younger sibling of Bitcoin. Then Arthur Hayes, he also weighed in. His target for Zcash is 10% of the market cap of Bitcoin, which is around $160 billion, which would be about a 17x from here, or around 10,000 per Zcash. And I've seen that number floating around on crypto Twitter as it relates to Zcash. So it seems that there's almost a coordinated push here to pump Zcash, or to get on the Zcash narrative.